What's up, y'all? What's up? Welcome to this week's edition of the Cheap Pop Podcast on First GenXers Presents Broadcast Network. That is a mouthful right there. I am your host, Dark Lord 100, aka Double KKW, the host of KD5P, The Classroom, and of course here at the Cheap Pop Podcast. And I'm here with my co-host, the one and only Mr. Runescryer, host of The Night Shift. What's up, sir?
Hey.
And we have quite a bit to talk about today in our opening segment. Well, actually, we don't have quite a bit. We're going to make it seem like quite a bit, as we always do. All right. Now we're going to jump us into the first segment of the day, which is always... Hot Topics, when we talk about what is on the fresh minds and tongues of everybody out there in pop culture today. Jump on over to the Facebook page as well and check out the Facebook page for clips, articles, and fun stuff like that over at facebook.com and Cheap Pop Podcast. All right, so first subject up today is that finale from XMen97 Season 2, Episode 9. Unfortunately, Dave is still catching up through the original X-Men series.
Yeah.
So he will get here in a minute. This finale was, for once, normally I don't agree. I make it a point not to agree with the internet. Because most of the time the internet is just screaming into a void of a bunch of people who are mostly wrong about what they're saying. But this particular time, I think they're right. Like, anticlimactic would be a good word to use for this. Like, it had some great scenes that were awesome. Like the fight scene between the X-Men, X-Force, and what was it? And X Factor was pretty awesome. Watching those three groups go at it was pretty awesome. But the finale of how everything came to an end with Apocalypse was kind of like, we did get a chance to see Cosmic Rogue in this episode, which was pretty cool. But in general, it wasn't like there wasn't, and you'll see this when you get here, when you get to this point, because you'll have recently watched the original series. But for me, the original series had these climactic moments that they built up to over the course of the season or over the course of two seasons sometimes. And they did a very good job of laying Easter eggs and setting things up before they had this big grand finale of a climax. It just didn't feel like that was what happened. It just didn't. So without giving any spoilers, I'll just say it was worth watching. The whole season is worth watching. The whole season is pretty cool. I'm actually sad that it's only 9 episodes because most of the original ones were like, the original animated series was like 15 to 20 episodes for most of us. I believe so. But overall, good episode. Definitely recommend. 2 thumbs up. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting there.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't comment on what I try not to comment on what I haven't seen, man.
No, that's not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, but overall, like I said, 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Watch it. If you like X-Men, you'll like this. So, all right. So the second subject that we have going on here is that we are going to be talking about a trailer, or a new teaser trailer.
So, yeah, just for context for people, the previous weekend or 2 weekends ago was San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Currently, this weekend is the D23 Expo, which is Disney's private Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of stuff coming right out of D23.
And yes, we do. Well, I'm saying one of the things coming out is for a show that I know everybody liked. I know I like. I can't speak for the intro out there, but I know I enjoy it. And this show is now on its way back for a second season. We've talked about the casting a couple of different times, but yeah, you're not tripping what you're seeing there. This is going to be oh.
Yep. You okay there?
I don't know. I may need a cold shower after this one.
Yeah.
Like, it's coming in January 20th, it says?
Yeah. January 2027.
Yep.
No, January 20th, yep.
No. The bottom line is that I know I'll be there front and center to watch it. I'm actually thinking about this. This kind of parlays me into a quick thing that I was going to ask you. What do you know about the Ninth Jedi?
The what Jedi?
The Ninth Jedi.
I have no idea what that is.
I think I did do a little digging and research on it, and what it is it's basically a Star Wars anime.
Okay. I think that what you're talking about is a spin-off from Star Wars Visions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They had an episode in Star Wars Visions, and now they're doing this entire spin-off series. But
which is basically going to be like, as I understand it, it's basically Wandering Ronin Jedi. Yeah, because Star Wars Visions was Star Wars tales told by acclaimed anime writers and directors.
Nice. Nice. I did not know that.
Yeah. It's a great 2-season anthology series on Disney.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah. So I think I have to double check, but I think they're referring to a storyline where this wandering, stranger comes into, a small village on a planet that is being extorted by bandits.
Okay.
Classic samurai setup. And the stranger just wants to go in, get there, get some resupplies, a little bit of fix to their astromech droid, and move on. Doesn't want to get involved because they're being hunted by the Empire, and any display of being a Jedi means you're going to be expecting a visit.
Baby.
No, you're going to be expecting a visit from a 7-foot tall mechanical asthmatic.
Yeah.
So,
7 foot tall.
Yeah. But the stranger just can't let it go. After they see the cruel, I believe it's a woman as well. After she sees the cruelty that the bandits are inflicting, and it's Popeye, that's all I can stand. I can't stand no more. Yeah. Clicks on the lightsaber and starts cutting through the bandits before moving
what's
on.
What's up, Raging Girl Gamer?
Hey.
Well here. Thanks for tapping in. We appreciate you as always.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Jedi, in that Ahsoka trailer near the end, Dr. Hu Yang, David Tennant's Jedi Professor Hu Yang, the robot that travels with Ahsoka, the one who was the lightsaber assembly instructor in the Clone Wars,
Yes.
voiced by David Tennant.
Yes.
He gets a little General Grievous on near the end.
Nice.
With
Nice.
multiple arms, each one holding a lightsaber.
All right. See, like I said, Ahsoka season 1 delivered on so many different levels.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention the ageless wonder that is Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
Did an amazing job.
And brilliant casting of Lars Mikkelsen, Mads Mikkelsen's brother, as Thrawn. Nice. And yeah. And
so he's also the brother of the guy who originally played him? The guy that
no. Mads Mikkelsen, he was the opponent in the Chief in Casino Royale.
Gotcha.
He was Hannibal Lecter in the TV series Hannibal.
Okay.
So fantastic actor.
Right.
And the Mikkelsens are an acting family out of Denmark, I believe. And so his brother Lars is low key, not as famous as his brother, but he's had some great roles. Remember House of Cards, the Russian president in House of Cards, Petrov? Yeah. The one who dared to threaten Kevin Spacey's president in a U.S. Military compound. Yeah, great dramatic acting chops on the guy. So yeah,
high expectations.
Yep. And can't wait to see more of. Can't wait to see Ezra. Can't wait to see how Rory McCallum, aka the Hound, does as the fill-in for the late great Ray Stevens as Baylan Skoll moving forward.
It's always going to be interesting to see how and do they acknowledge it. Because it's funny in sitcoms for them to acknowledge that they've changed actors, but not so much in drama series.
Yeah, I know.
The little I don't recognize you quip doesn't go over as well.
Yeah, I think that the best one is still Iron Man 2 of Don Cheadle saying, "I'm here, get over it."
My favorite one will always be Roseanne when they changed back.
Yeah.
To Lacey Goranson after Sarah Chalk took over the role for a couple of years, for a couple of seasons, and she comes back up and she's like, "Here, Mom," and she's like, "Becky, where have you been?" And she's like, I was just downstairs, Mom." She's like, "I feel like I haven't seen you in a couple of years. Where have you been?" And it's just a whole meta moment within the show.
Yeah.
But yeah,
there's good ways of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, and it's been done. Fresh Prince did it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in general, anytime anybody says, "Guess what? Rosario Dawson's going to be in this," my interest is piqued, and what you call it. And after seeing her in season 1 of Ahsoka, it's still piqued to see what she does in season 2, and what they do with the story, because that whole storyline with the sequence between her and Anakin was pretty dope. So if they can give me more of that, I'd love to see it. All right, so that's going to take us out of Hot Topics and into more trailers.
Yeah.
But this time we're doing it in Pop Culture Corner. All right, so Pop Culture Corner, we're going to go on ahead and kick off with another trailer from D23. this time it is what they call a special look. It's something that
Yeah.
we're all looking forward to, which is Avengers
Doomsday. Yeah. And I gotta remember to put all these up on Facebook page for all of us to go through. And it opens with Vanessa Kirby explaining what Victor was like when they all knew each other in college.
Yeah.
And we also get to hear Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom voice for the first time. Not the greatest.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He said not the greatest. Oh, Ian McCullen.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait. I cannot
right here,
wait.
Thor, yeah. You will beg for hell long before I grant it. Punk. Hell is mine to command. Oh, hell answers to me. And he raises the Sentinels.
Yeah. Like, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So, a lot of this is going to delve into the Marvel Comics concept of the multiverse.
Yeah.
Which is that the more fragmented a timeline becomes, the less stable each timeline gets. And kind of saw that a little bit with Loki, with the sacred timeline and all that. And so every so often, these timelines will recollide, and they're called incursions.
Right. We learned about that during the Doctor Strange multiverse match.
And what happens in incursions is, I'm just recapping for the listeners, but what happens in incursions is that the two timelines, they sort of mesh and overlay with each other. So aspects of each one are kind of fighting for dominance until in the end, only one or the other timeline will exist.
Right. So so that's what we're looking at when we're looking at Dr. Doom. And so it was hilarious. Just on a side note, real quick, to that scene when Dr. Doom does this and then blasts Thor back. There's
no, he doesn't do this to Thor.
No, I didn't say did he. Yeah. No, I say he does that. He does that with the two fingers.
He doesn't do it with two fingers. You can see it on the other side. He's capturing it with his hands.
Oh, well, that must be
yeah.
But needless to say, So the guy goes. There's a guy, a content creator, who did the whole thing about the new Captain America, trying to hype up Sam Wilson trying to hype up everybody for the fight. It's what you call it. And Thor sitting over there like, you know that move I did? You know that one that almost killed Thanos? Yeah. Dude did like this and stopped it. Yeah. I damn near shit my pants. Like, oh, hell no.
Yep.
He's like, what the hell y'all think we going up against here? Like, it was amazing. So I sent it over to Swab.
Yeah. So just personal theory, I think that Doom in the Fantastic Four First Steps universe is searching the multiverse and causing incursions, looking for the one universe where his mother is still alive. And then he's going to meld his universe into that universe so that she's still alive.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Of course, because it's a Doctor Doom plot, it's going to blow up in his face.
Yeah. We'll see. That's interesting.
Because that's always been Doom's prime motivation, even from the original appearances, is the original experiment that Reed interrupts was him combining science and magic to try to contact his mother and get her out of hell.
All right.
Everything's been to save Mama from going to hell. Literally.
We shall see. In December we find out, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
In December we find out.
And interesting enough, this is going. I can't remember what is going head to head that weekend with Avengers Doomsday. I know there's a big movie. Hold on a second.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah. 18, 20, 26 movie releases. Dune Part 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because Dune is coming out in IMAX. And
that's why that explains why Disney's pushing this Infinity Vision.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes much more sense
coming
now.
out in IMAX, and they wanted something that separated them from the
right, and also to create more IMAX capable theaters.
Right. So, yeah, man. Like I said, it's it's one of those things where I can't wait to see the movie, but I do this all the time, especially with big movies. I did it with Infinity War. I did it with Endgame. I tempered my expectations so as not to disappoint myself, because I find that a lot of people do that. They lift their expectations all the way up to here, and then when the movie doesn't reach there, they get mad and they call the movie crap and so on and so forth. Not realizing that instead of accepting the movie for what it is, you had your own vision, and when it didn't match that vision, the movie sucked you. It's honestly, And so I temper my expectations and try to bring it down a bit, where I say to myself, like, I'm going to accept this movie for what it is, for whatever it is when I watch it. I'm going to try to go on with as open of a mind as possible. Enjoy the story that I'm being told instead of trying to see if I predicted that the story was going to go where I wanted it to go. But like I said, we'll see. December 18th it is. Be on the lookout. All right, so more Marvel news, because we now actually have an official trailer for
this one is
Marvel's Vision Quest, another Disney Plus series for us to chew on. Paul Bettany is the one and only Vision.
And he's going back to the pub in England.
Nice.
Yep.
So this basically will talk about, this show is about the time after he left.
No, this is Vision post WandaVision.
Right. This covers the time after, when he took off after WandaVision, like towards the end of WandaVision.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Love the movie.
A movie star?
No, it's the movie. It's the concept called Palace of the Mind, where you construct a mental construct of a palace and you put all your memories, organize them in different rooms. And Ultron is back.
Nice.
James Spadering all over the place.
That's himself, though. That's what's going to be dope.
Yeah, I know. I just love that. Dad, Papa, Peepaw. And
Mazel tov, it's a boy.
I'm guessing that this is going to be Tommy.
Because we did have
we got Billy and Agatha all along.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. We got to get that off screen before we get ourselves in trouble. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be good. And it's a Disney Plus TV show, correct?
Yeah, that's coming real soon. I believe by the end of the month. It says.
What, Vision Quest by the end of the month?
Yeah, it's either this month or it's October. I can't remember.
Probably October. Like I think there would be much more, because that was just a teaser trailer. So I would think we would be a little bit.
We'll see. Yeah.
Let's see. When does Vision Quest? Well, October 14th, 2026.
October 14th. Okay, that's right.
Yep. We have a few more months to wait. But what is effectively the sequel to WandaVision, even though they won't call it that.
Right. Well, they kind of call it, the trilogy. So WandaVision, Agatha All Along, Vision Quest.
Vision Quest. That I didn't even think about it like that. I was thinking, okay, WandaVision, and I didn't even consider Agatha All Along as a part of that.
Well, okay, I mean, it does dig into the Vision Maximoff family.
Yeah, no, it does. It does with the young boy. You are 100% correct. All right, and then now for our next exciting story, comes straight from Ebony, and that is Maya Boyd of, let's see,
Broadway star.
Broadway fame. Thank you, sir. Is coming to Disney and to Marvel as Aurora Monroe.
Yep.
The one and only Storm. We have wondered for years who's going to play her. This young lady is in her early 20s. I don't know what else she's been in. You said Broadway.
Yeah. She's basically mostly a Broadway actress. And
this article just did one thing wrong. They acknowledged Halle Berry as Storm in the X-Men movies. No, we don't do that.
Okay.
There was no Halle Berry, just like there is no Warren Bossing set.
Boyd just completed her Broadway debut in Joe Turner's Come and Gone, opposite Taraji P. Henson and Cedric the Entertainer.
Wow.
Yep.
How much better, bro?
Yep. So she's coming with some serious acting chops coming in.
That she is. I'm still upset that we never got to see Angela Bassett as Storm.
But we got Angela Bassett as the Queen nonetheless.
The Queen of Wakanda nonetheless. Yeah. I'm not upset at that. I'm not upset at that at all. But damn, that I want to see her.
And I gotta say that that speech she gives to the UN about that was the best part of Wakanda Forever.
That left me saying, just like the infamous Michael B. Jordan line, "Hey, Auntie."
Yeah. Well, Michael B. Jordan's line is like, bury me in the sea with my ancestors who knew it was better to drown than to live on their knees or live in chains. Yeah.
That was one of the great lines.
Ryan Coogler does so many fantastic lines, relevant lines, and that's the difference that having a Black creator giving Black character voices to speak has.
Here's a question to ask.
Mm-hmm.
We just announced a couple of weeks ago that, I forget the actor's name, the young actor that's going to be playing T'Challa's son.
Yeah.
And the introduction of this Aurora could potentially be in the new Black Panther movie. Could we be going for an Aurora not necessarily T'Challa, but
Well,
T'Challa
they've already said that the new Black Panther character is going to be the son of T'Challa and
you missed wrong. Go on.
And Nakia. Now,
Right.
if you're saying if Aurora and T'Challa 2 could get together.
No, that's where I was headed with. Is that could we be seeing the Black Panther Storm storyline take place with T'Challa's son instead of maybe they intended to eventually get to that storyline with Chadwick Boseman, but unfortunately he passed away. So they're going to move forward with it, but this time using T'Challa 2 as Junior as the proxy, and have him, because like if you read through when I read through the article, it says that the new actress that's going to be playing Storm is in her 20s. So, you know what I'm saying? They very well could, they very well could go with that storyline. But we shall see. Congratulations to Maya Boy.
I can't wait to see what she gives us.
I'll say this. The bar is really low because everybody that has come before you has barely at best did average at the job. So the bar is very low. You can hit it. You're a Broadway trained actress. Bring Storm to life for all of us, and we can all put an end to this. Who is the best Storm? As we would go. Right. No pressure. No pressure.
And also semi-related, coming out of D23, we now have a full list of the cast for Marvel, for the MCU X-Men lineup post Doomsday. And they include Sadie Sink, as you know who.
Yeah.
And Adam Driver as Mr. Sinister.
Not Sinister. No, they're bringing in Sinister.
Yep. Well, okay. Hold on.
They're planning on doing Apocalypse because Apocalypse is right-hand man.
Okay. All right. So here's the full list. Sadie Sink. Kit Connor will be playing Scott Summers.
Okay. There's our Cyclops.
Yep. He's been in Heartstopper and Heartstopper Forever and Warfare, and was a voice in The Wild Robot.
Okay.
Samara Weaving as Emma Frost.
Emma Frost.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay. We know her. Christopher Abbott. No, go ahead.
You say this is post Doomsday, so does that mean
this is for the
show up in Doomsday?
No. For Doomsday, we're getting the last gasp of the classic Fox lineup.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Christopher Abbott will be our new Professor X. It comes at Night and Possessor. Okay. Indy Navarrete as Rogue. Doesn't really have a lot to go on there. Maya Boyd as Storm.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to pause you right there and say this. I swear to God, MCU, if you give us an entire other movie that the fucking message of the movie is this is how Rogue got her blonde or a white stripe in her hair, I'm gonna kill someone. I'm just letting y'all know. All right, because that was ridiculous to waste the entire first plot of the first X-Men movie on this is how Rogue got her white stripe. No, I don't. Not again. Anyway, go on, sir.
Maya Boyd, as we just said, as Aurora.
Aurora, yes.
And Adam Driver as Mr. Sinister.
Yes,
which
that's really,
he doesn't have the build, but considering this is probably going to be a CGI role, you have to admit he has the voice for Sinister.
Yeah. I don't understand after success of, well, it wasn't in the movie theater success, but as far as reviews, everybody seemed to have loved it. Masters of the Universe, why not do something like you did with Skeletor there? You know, like
I think it
why
comes
not
down
do that for Sinister and for Apocalypse, for those people that need to look kind of larger than life?
Yeah, I know what you're saying in there. All I can speculate on is that Disney put a metric fuck ton of money investing in digital production during COVID, and they need to keep paying that off. They need to make that investment keep paying off.
Right, because like Apocalypse is another one that needs to be done kind of with the CGI type thing, because you can't just do Apocalypse with a normal dude. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some big ass dudes out there that you can use, like the dude they used friggin' for I looked up his name, he's a British actor. Big dude, huge. I think
Vinny Jones?
Maybe.
Juggernaut?
Was it Juggernaut?
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch?
No, different dude.
Okay.
Different. This was a different movie. I'm trying to think of the movie that I was watching when I saw it. I was like, oh, the guy that played Shao Kahn in the new Mortal Kombat. In the new Mortal Kombat. Huge dude. Like, you could use him for Apocalypse, and he would fit the role very well. You know, he would fit the look of the role. You could put him in all the guard. He'd fit the look of the role very well. But yeah. So, so much from Marvel. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yep.
Even with the drop of Lanterns tonight, unfortunately, DC is taking away a bunch of shit that I was looking forward to, which is, according to this article
from Variety,
the Amanda Waller series, Wonder Woman prequel, Paradise Lost, are no longer in active development at DC Studios.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah. And, that's, the Viola Davis Amanda Waller, who, as far as I'm concerned, CCH Pounder is still Amanda Waller from the DC animated universe. She is defined the role. Viola Davis, more of a lateral move. She at least has the gravitas instead of the supermodel look they went with Arrowverse.
Right. Yeah. I can agree with you there. 100%.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Angela Bassett just was not given a great script in the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern for Amanda Waller.
Oh, did she play Amanda Waller in that one? I still have yet to see that.
Yeah. It's forgettable.
I refuse to tarnish my memory by putting that in.
They don't let Angela Bassett go off the chain like she normally does and assert.
You mean they don't let her take a golf club and put it in the back of somebody's head?
Nope. Nope. She's just.
They did with Viola.
I mean, even in the TV show 911, Angela Bassett is still a badass.
Oh yes.
Okay. Yeah.
She's only what? She's not that much older than us. She's only in her early 60s.
Yeah. And Angela Bassett in Lanterns was a bureaucrat, not a badass.
Yeah. Speaking of that, real quick before we move on out of Pop Culture Corner, Lantern starts tonight. Are you juiced for it? I know I am.
I am cautiously optimistic. The more that I see about it, the more interested I am. Also related to pop culture news and Green Lantern news, DC Comics is going in a new direction. Just got announced that there is now a new lantern corps.
Okay.
The Chrome Lanterns.
That
can access every single emotional spectrum. R to V. They can access all those powers.
Okay, so basically they're just lanterns that can access all the powers of all the lanterns.
Right. It's the Corps is being founded by Guy Gardner. And Jessica Cruz is going to be the leader.
Okay.
So kind of, we'll see. I mean, DC's tried this before, different times. You know, it's basically a souped-up version of Kyle Rayner at that one point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of off subject from the Lanterns thing, but on the subject of HBO Max, I actually renewed my HBO or reactivated my HBO Max subscription through my Hulu bundle.
Mm-hmm.
Through my Hulu, not Hulu, but Disney Plus Hulu HBO Max bundle. Just so that I could watch Lanterns when it came out today.
Yeah.
And then B, also because friggin' Stewart fails to save the universe, the Big Bang Theory spinoff.
Yeah, actually, and Stewart Fails to Save the Universe has been renewed for season 2.
Wow, did not know that. I would suspect so. So far, it's only 4 episodes in.
Yeah, that was just announced also.
Yeah. It was a D23.
No, this is Warner Brothers. No,
sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, I don't know. I've watched the first 4 episodes, and there's basically a cameo, at least one cameo by a former Big Bang Theory alumni in every episode.
Mm-hmm.
They have not announced whether or not Jim Parsons comes back and does a cameo. Me and Suave have talked about it multiple times. Both of us think that most likely he's not, because he personally said that he was done with the Sheldon character after Big Bang Theory. Didn't really want to play the character anymore. But a lot of people have brought up the point of never say never, especially in Hollywood. You know, and it wouldn't be like he would be coming back as a regular for the show. It would be kind of a one-off appearance. They have mentioned him in the show, and he shows up in the Stewart Fails to Save the Universe comic book version. But and then the only other 2 alumni that we have yet to see is Johnny Galecki as Leonard and Simon Helberg as Wallowitz, as Howard. But everybody else has shown up. Mine Belek has made an appearance. Melissa Rausch has made an appearance as Parker Dad. Kaylee Kuko has made an appearance as Penny. Can't think of the actor's name, but the guy that played her boyfriend, Zach, he made an appearance already. And then Raj appears literally in the first episode. But overall, worth watching. In the intro itself, I'll leave that to you who decide to watch that. It's worth. The intro itself makes it worth watching. But in general, it's a great show. It's a great show, especially surrounding such a random character like Stu.
Yeah.
Like Stu was a part of the main cast, but he was such a just like randomly there and not character.
He was the comic book shop owner, right?
Right.
Okay.
He was the guy that
I didn't watch Big Bang Theory. You know, I've already seen, you know, enough nerd sitcom with the IT crowd.
I never watched the IT crowd. My pops got me hooked on Big Bang Theory. I always say it like this. People don't consider it unique, but it was a unique style of humor to me. That some people liked, some people didn't. But in general, it was worth the watch.
Watch the IT crowd. Okay, Chris O'Dowd, Richard Ayoade, Matt Berry. All just completely unconstrained, man.
All right, I have to check it out. But that will do it for us for the Pop Culture Corner segment of the show. We will now jump to a quick promo break. And when we come back from that, we will begin to talk about wrestling.
Yeah, lots of stuff. Lots of good stuff.
Of wrestling. Yes, we do. So that will be coming up after the break. In the meantime, y'all go.
Yeah, what I mean?
Y'all what I mean? Yeah. Y'all do what y'all got to do and be back in 5. Just like us. Peace.
We back at it. Yep, we still doing it. Poetic beat. First GenXers. Gia. Let's get it, y'all. Come on. We back in the building. It's been a long time cooking in the soup kitchen. And I'm chilling with the Saint. Dropping these beats, won't stop, nope, I can't. Let me get up in the lab, turn it up. Game on with the first GenXers. What's up? Let's flip on the Switch or the Xbox and get up in my zone, I'm clowning. Let me clear my throat for a minute. Shout out to my folks while I'm in it. It ain't nothing but love, it's babe business. I really don't know what's so who ain't feeling this. And this is only the beginning. Now versus then, this is something for the chillin'. Poetic got the joints like McDonald's. I'm loving it. It's the first gen. We're now rocking with Poetic Beats. This is the first GenXers production. Get your PlayStations out. Get your Xbox out. Get your Switch out. Let's get it in, y'all. Holla back.
Got to keep it. You got to keep it lovely. You got to keep it. You got to keep it lovely. Success comes right after the struggle. I ain't even giving up on whatever I wanted. The tragedies I've seen, I can't even stomach. Most of y'all weak as shit and would've started running. Every time I make it back to the crib, I'm thankful the Most High let me see all of it. Grateful I'm lovely, and I'm being real with this. Please don't judge me. I'ma stay on my shit. I'ma keep a grind mode.
In a 2-episode arc. I don't care. No. That should have been
can handle our favorite players being criticized. You
Saturday nights at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern on the first GenXers radio network. Join K-Double as he brings you K-Double's 5th period music class. He will open with a master mix by DJ K-Double, and then you will hear from artists like DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Naughty by Nature, Positive K, classic groups like Digital Underground, Debrat, and JD. And finally, the Loonies. So join us on Saturday night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern on the Live 365 app or at live365.com. Just find the first Gen Xers radio network and hit play.
All right, we are back. You guys enjoyed that there? Knowledge about what we have going on. I'm gonna have to work you up a night shift promo, huh?
Yeah,
Throw
yeah.
in there as well. Gotta work you up one of those. It's all good. I might have some extra time this week to be able to throw something together for you. I'll say, all right. So let's use that time real quick to go and then say, yes, we're going to be leading into our favorite, or my favorite segment of the show, one of my favorite segments, which is when we get to talk about wrestling on SmackDown and Alley. But yeah, man, it's going to be an interesting one this week. So let's dive right on in. All right, SmackDown, LA. So we're going to open up talking a little bit about Le Monday Night Raw from this week, which was the Monday Night Raw that took place on 8/10. And we had quite a few storylines, Raw being about 2.5 hours. You would expect that they got quite a few storylines going on, and that they do. So let's see if we can cover it all here. The first one up is about mid-card rivalries and a couple of confrontations. We had Austin Theory beat Akira Tozawa using in the new movies calling the off switch. Theory continued his post-match assault until NXT powerhouse Oba Femi appeared, leading to a tease between him and Braun Breaker just to kind of set this moment up. Yeah. Braun Breaker has been locked in, tripping out about Oba Femi stepping to him 2 Mondays ago, ever since. And it led to a great segment backstage between him and Paul Heyman, where he asked Paul Heyman about, if he thinks Oba Femi is the future of WWE. Paul Heyman kind of doesn't answer the question, so he asked him again if he thinks Oba Femi is the future. And
Paul Heyman, beautiful response.
Yes, in telling him, I believe it. I don't. This is kind of paraphrasing, but basically, like,
if you believe that you are the future of this industry, go out and prove it.
Yeah, basically, that's the gist of basically what he said. But paraphrasing, like, there was a more slick way that Paul put it. Yeah. Where he was basically like, I respect Oba Femi, and I don't doubt Oba Femi. Go give me a reason to doubt Oba Femi.
Right.
Is what he told him. He's like, go give me a reason to doubt Oba Femi. And I thought it was a very beautiful way for him to challenge Braun without necessarily challenging. But I think we could be setting up to something that you hinted at a long time ago, which is we could be seeing a new partnership between Oba Femi and Paul Heyman.
Right.
I don't know. Some of Paul's reactions kind of lead me in that direction.
Right. Also, the vision is it's just not catching the way that they, without Paul Heyman, it's not catching the way that WWE thought that they would. And part of it is Paul Heyman doing his own thing. part of it is all the injuries that occurred, one right after the other, taking them out. And I think part of it is that no one really likes Austin Theory. No one really likes Logan Paul.
Yeah.
So, it's I don't see WWE throwing good money after bad in a sunk cost fallacy when they still have, they've got to bring back Bronson Reed somehow. And, right now, the best thing that the division has going on is the feud between Braun Breaker and Oba Fleming. That buildup. That's the only thing that this group has on. Where if you look at like the Judgment Day, you've got all the internecine rivalry, all the intergroup rivalries in there, all that drama. You've got the Dom Liv situation. You've got Raquel and Roxy becoming, actually good teammates and tag team champs, and they're spread out, perfectly to cause chaos and disruption. What's the vision going to do that someone else already isn't doing better?
Like I said, well, we'll see, because it doesn't look like they're going to be breaking up the group anytime soon. I think we may, when we do see them split, we may see it may be more about Austin Theory splitting off and becoming his own thing with Maxine Dupree. But we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Another mid-card rivalry that's taking place is with Chad Gable, who laid down a challenge to Rey Mysterio for an Intercontinental Championship match. Which Rey accepted.
Yeah.
They didn't fight that night, but it was definitely a big moment in the show, because I would love to see the two of them go at it, with both of them being the good guys this time, and them giving us an actual good match. I'm sorry, and then in the women's division, move over to right quick. We had Sol Ruca teamed up with a mystery partner who ended up being Io Sky. To defeat Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. The Rule hit the Soul Snatcher on Raquel, or on Perez. That match was very interesting, watching the two of them, because it makes me wonder, what are they doing? Like, is Io going to continue to pursue the World Heavyweight belt? Because that whole scene is starting to heat up with Becky Lynch and Stephanie McMahon. Or is this feud more about Sol Ruca going back after Raquel Rodriguez for the IC title? What are your thoughts on this feud?
I thought it was a very good match. And I thought it was especially interesting because, that was the previous week that we had the return of Miss Bliss and Tatum Paxley.
That was on SmackDown.
Right. So I don't even know what day it is. You're lucky I'm here. Okay. But yeah, I mean, Sol Ruca just keeps getting stronger and stronger each time. Io is great as a solo and great as a tag. So they still need that tag aspect while Rhea Ripley is healing up. So I think Sol Ruca makes a very good tag partner for Io, in that she's a heavier wrestler, that has amazing high flying because of her gymnastics background.
Yeah.
So they pair very well. Whereas Rio was basically Io bringing the speed, Rhea bringing the power.
Yeah.
So
I think they're the definitely the combination of both of them being high flyers will definitely work out well for Soul Ruka. And being aligned with the world champion like Sky is always good for a young wrestler, no matter what. We also had Stephanie Belair declare war on Liv Morgan. Becky Lynch interrupted, leading to a chaotic sequence where Morgan blindsided Lynch and then ended up getting run off by Belair to fuel that triple threat rivalry, which is going to get interesting. People have been complaining recently about Liv Morgan not defending her title. Well, guess what, guys? Now she's going to be in one of the main storylines. You're going to be seeing her every week.
Yeah. I believe Adam Pearce, did he make it a triple threat?
Not yet, because they haven't announced the title match yet. As to who she's going to be facing next yet. But I assume it will most likely be Stephanie Belair and Becky Lynch. Right? I don't see a reason to bring back Lynch and do all that they're doing with her without including Becky, without making it a triple threat. So, but all right. But yeah, so, and then we also had a weird segment after the whatchamacallit match with Soul Ruka and Lyra Valkyria backstage. And yeah, I guess Lyra's going back after her Intercontinental Championship, but Lyra's kind of lost her mind.
She's lost the plot, which is going to be perfect for a heel turn for her.
Right, 100%. I think she's already started. She's already basically made herself the bad guy. It's kind of like Sami Zayn. Right, Sami Zayn is a heel right now. The character he's playing. It's just he doesn't believe he's the bad guy. He thinks he's the good guy, and I think they're kind of going a similar way with Lyra Valkyria. But she still thinks that she's the good guy, and she's justified in everything that she does, and hasn't realized that she's become that guy.
Right.
And so, like I said, we'll see where they go with that. I love Lyra's new look, the haggard look, and Io Sky looking at her like, "What is wrong with her?" This was a great sequence as well. Now we have actually officially started the World Heavyweight Title contender tournament to see who's going to be facing Roman Reigns at Triple Mania in the summer. Pierce announces an 8-man knockout tournament. The tournament winner earns a shot at Roman Reigns. And actually, it won't be at Triple Mania. It'll be at the Raw broadcast in Mexico in September, but I believe it is the same. It is the same weekend as Triple Mania. In the first match, Penta defeated the Laredo Kid in what was a hell of a match. And then this didn't affect the tournament, but Dominic Mysterio and Dragon Lee got into it in the back over the fact that Dragon Lee is a part of the tournament based on the Reigns, but Dom is not. And they ended up having a match in which Dom lost. Now, here's the angle I kind of want to talk to you about. There was a huge uproar about this after the match was over, about why Dom had to lose. How Dom has lost all but one of his matches for the last 3 months. And I don't see a problem with Dom losing this match because he's champion in AAA. There's not necessarily a necessity to make him look strong in WWE.
Right.
You know. Right. So yeah. What are your thoughts?
I agree with you. There's no real reason to make Dom look strong, and it plays into Dom's gimmick very well. That he's got the one title that his dad doesn't have, and he's still obsessed about the IC belt. In there, he's still chasing that particular. He's still chasing that car. And to the exclusion of just about everything else. And him losing non-title matches, it also plays into the general Judgment Day gimmick of once you got it, don't defend until you are absolutely ordered to by management. Don't take up any challenges. Okay. So it works on a lot of levels.
Right. So for me, it's like this. People go, well, why didn't they put Dom in the tournament? Because this tournament is about showcasing luchadors.
Yep.
Like no offense to Dom, yes, he is technically the king of the luchadors, is the AAA Mega Champion. Right. But in reality, Dom knows how to wrestle the luchador style, but Dom is not.
Yeah, he's basically an unreformed Chad Gable, El Grande Americano.
Yes.
Where he knows all the moves, but he doesn't respect the traditions.
Well, I wouldn't even say. I would say that on screen, yes, the character Dominic Mysterio. That's part of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But in general, I'm just like, and not to mention the fact that you don't want to wear out your wrestlers. So Dom's already got a match at Triple Mania, which will be taking place the weekend before that.
I mean,
against El Grande Americano for his Mega Championship.
By the way, I've seen a clip of that match between Dom and El Grande. And Ray had to get involved in the match.
Well, no, the match doesn't take place till Triple Mania.
Oh, okay. I guess this was another match then.
Yeah, it was probably something else because the match doesn't take place till Triple Mania. He's defending.
Yeah, this was at a AAA show then. So
So I like I said, I'm hoping that Penta wins the thing because I would love to see Penta and Roman Reigns go at it. But seeing Roman Reigns defend the world, here's the key thing, the key part that a lot of people are missing, that non-wrestling fans are missing. He'll be defending the World Heavyweight Championship against a luchador.
Yeah. Not
against just another WWE wrestler, but against a luchador.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like he's against the world, emphasis on World Heavyweight Championship.
Right.
In this case.
And
and so
And we still don't have do we have the full card for all the round wins?
Oh no, they did announce, hold on, I gotta see, hold on. Let me see if I can find the full question. All right, so first round was Penta versus Laredo Kid.
Yeah,
next,
which was a great match.
Yeah, first round on August 15th, which was yesterday, was Psycho Clown versus LaFarca. I don't have a listed winner here yet.
Yeah.
The next one will be on Raw on August 17th. Dragon Lee versus El Hijo Dr. Wagner Jr.
Right.
And then on Raw on August 17th, both of those we'll close out with Ray Phoenix versus El Fiscal. And then the winners of those matches will face off against each other.
I was just wondering if Omasa got into the.
No. But he is running. Omasa's running with Dominic Mysterio down the trip.
Right.
Michael Cole mentioned that during the Dragon Lee Dominic match. Right. I think they work him down there because he's more of featured like Andre the Giant was. Like he's more of a spectacle now, especially amongst the shorter lucha, wrestlers. So I'm pretty sure we'll see Omos make his appearance back in WWE.
Right.
But all right, so last but not least, for Raw, the Bloodline Civil War escalates as Solo Sikoa shows up. After last week's beatdown of Royce Keys, Solo Sikoa shows up this week and basically mocks Jay. Like Solo's turning into such a funny dude, but mocks Jay and everybody in the Bloodline.
That was when Jay did their Solo steals Jay's entrance, going in, doing the yeet and everything. And then Jay comes out to issue the challenge to Solo and does his warning shot, kapow. And then Solo's like, oh, everybody okay back there?
Yeah.
Anyone hurt? No? Oh, okay, cool.
He played it off like he did, that was great. Jay challenges him to a match at the end of the night and says that basically if Jay wins, Solo has to come back to the Bloodline and come back to the Tribal Chief. But if Solo wins, he can be done with the Bloodline forever. This was set up at the beginning of the show for the main event of the night. So you had a segment as well where LA Knight went out talking mess about Roman Reigns and doing all the rest of that. And Solo came by to offer him help. And LA Knight said the SummerSlam was just a one-night thing and they wasn't going to be teaming up no more. And Solo said, all right, man. Basically, Solo said, all right, man, I tried. I tried to tell you. I know they play with. I know what they. All right. He let them be. And fast forward to the main event of the evening. Jay, with a little bit of help from Jimmy, proceeds to get that W.
Timely distraction from Big Jim.
And gets that W over Solo.
Right.
So according to their agreement, Solo is now back a member of the Bloodline.
Yes, but I can see Solo as a malicious compliance member of the Bloodline.
We'll see.
He'll do what he's, it's the fantasy Dungeons and Dragons genie trope. Okay, I'll do what you say, exactly how you say it, in my own way, that you may not like.
Well, I think it depends on how Roman greets him. Because I was reading a comment a while back where they were talking about, oh, we don't want Solo to go back to not talking and and just being there. And I'm like, well, I don't think we have to. If you watch the Bloodline and how it's being ran by Roman Reigns now, you may not remember this because you didn't really watch during the first 4 years of the Bloodline thing. The Roman's definitely more about like everybody in the Bloodline having their own personality and kind of, to an extent, doing their own thing, but under his leadership. And I could see kind of like with Jacob, like if Solo's anything like Jacob and he's a man of his word, he agreed that if he lost the match, he would come back to the Bloodline. Now, could I see Solo turning on Roman at some point down the road? Yeah, but I think this is going to be a different experience for Solo. I don't think he's going to be just the silent dude. I think Solo's going to be able to talk. Solo's going to be able to shine through his personality, as we've seen with Jacob. Jacob hasn't exactly stopped being Jacob since he joined the Bloodline. He's just now Jacob who listens to and follows the orders of the Tribal Chief. So with that said, like, if you give me Solo that's like that, I'd be happy to see that. Solo that has his own personality, but the Tribal Chief calls the play and he executes. And so I think they can go plenty of ways with it, but we're going to find out this week on Raw just what direction they're going to go with it, as you're going to have what they claim is the Solo Sikoa being presented to the Tribal Chief this upcoming week's Monday Night Raw. So now that takes us over to the namesake show of this segment, which is Smack Diggity Down, which happened on Friday night. And we opened up with what we thought was going to be a segment where Chelsea Green relinquishes the women's title.
Yeah, because last week she took a seriously bad bump from JC Jane.
Yes, and it got a fractured orbital.
Yep. And yeah, you can see it. It's, massive bruise here, slight bruise down here. And yeah.
It reminds me of Cody Rhodes when he wrestled with torn pec. And like he took off his coat and all of this through here was just bright red and black. Like my shirt color black. And it was just brutal watching him wrestle like that. But hey, he got in there and did it. But Chelsea came in and was going to. So General Manager Nick Aldis initially planned to strip Chelsea and injured Chelsea Green of her interim WWE Women's Championship due to a broken orbital bone. After an incredibly emotional plea from Chelsea, Aldis granted her a 30-day window to defend it. The segment escalated when Gunther interrupted to mock her, prompting a surprise return by Matt Cardona to defend his wife.
Yep. That was great. I mean, first of all, that was just an absolutely great sequence leading up between Chelsea and Nick Aldis, where Chelsea's just pleading with Nick, no, don't take this away from me. I will do whatever it takes. And Nick's walking away. And he says, as Nick Aldis, SmackDown general manager, I have to listen to the doctors. As Nick Aldis, the man, fuck the rules. You have 30 days to get into shape to defend your title, to get medically cleared, whether that's a face mask, whether that's a healing, whatever. And then, of course, Gunther comes out, interrupts like, whoa, 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 blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And
Chelsea has a good verbal sparring with Gunther as well.
Yeah, because she's like, what's she going to do? You going to puff out your chest in front of me? Yeah, what? What are you going to do? Huh?
And as Gunther's going to get in her face.
Yeah, and Gunther realized that he's kind of painted himself into a corner here. And meanwhile, Nick, just the promo between Nick and Gunther was great, where Nick reveals, it's like, so you're out here pissed because we added Kevin Owens to your match in SummerSlam. I've got news for you, Gunther. We'd been in talks with Kevin Owens for months before SummerSlam. And we had him set to make his reappearance there. You were the one we added in at the last minute. You were the one that I did a favor for. You're welcome.
Him and all this had it back and forth. Yeah, he tells Gunther straight out, like, basically, I didn't add Kevin Owens to your match. I added you to Kevin Owens' match. And then that was But needless to say, getting back to the Gunther Chelsea, he goes, she says you're gonna puff your chest out at me, but she calls him out because she says to him, like, you talking all this mess, but I'm the only one standing here with a championship. But and that was a pretty cold line in itself. She says, are you gonna puff your chest out at me? He goes and takes a step towards her, and again from the back comes running Matt Cardona. And he slides into the ring and, of course, stands between Gunther and his not medically cleared wife, just in case this man has the gall to put his hands on her. And they proceed to go. She talks him down from getting into a fight with Gunther, and then basically Gunther calls your classic. Gunther calls Matt Cardona a coward. Matt Cardona turns back around, jumps on Gunther.
Hang on a second. Go ahead and keep going, bro.
Leading to them. Leading to them having a one-on-one match, which was a pretty good match. Like Matt did not go down easy, and Gunther of course came out looking strong, but it was something that I thoroughly enjoyed just because of the fact that you had Matt Cardona actually looking like a main eventer alongside a main eventer. I thought it was a good reason. I think pairing him with Chelsea at this point would be good for both of them. I think now that Chelsea holds the whatchamacallit title, I think both of them would having both of them pair together as kind of a team. We all know they're married, so let's rock it. Let's give me the story. But what happened after was something to talk about as well, as after Cardona gets beat clean by Gunther.
Yeah, and Cardona got some fantastic shots in.
Yeah.
In there, especially that mule kick in between the legs of Gunther. And
he almost beat him with that.
Yeah, he almost beat him with that initial slide through the ropes as Gunther's, Matt's just like bam, 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 and Gunther goes under the ropes out to the announce tables to try to recapture himself, and they carry it out there, but Gunther, of course, recovers, and but that can be. It's an interesting feud setup because I don't think anyone's clamoring for another Gunther Nick Aldis match anytime soon.
Well, I'll say it like this:
I wouldn't mind it.
I think that the bickering between them definitely says that feud's not over.
Mm-hmm.
And we've only seen match one of what's going to most likely be a series. I think the final match will probably take place at WrestleMania because Aldis has never had a WrestleMania match before. So we could see him we see him have one at SummerSlam, one at Survivor Series, and then one at WrestleMania before he retires his career altogether.
Right. Also, we don't have another big guy that can step to Gunther to stop the bullying. Obafemi's tied up with Braun Breaker right now.
Yeah.
Big Cass isn't the kind to do something like that.
Well, yeah, Big Cass is a while away from being put into that.
Yeah.
Into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so great opener, great match. After the match, again, I was getting to Chelsea Green hears the music of the Irresistible Forces hit, and Nia Jax and Lash Legend come out and get in Chelsea's face, basically telling her to give her a title shot, give Nia Jax a title shot, or she'll break her other eye, basically. To summarize what they said.
I got a reputation for breaking faces.
And she actually does, because she's the reason why Becky Lynch missed some time back in the day. She busted Becky's orbital bone a while back. But anyway. But yeah, so then out comes Tiffany Stratton to save Chelsea Green. And then Tiffany gets beat down before her title match against JC Jane later on in the evening for the United States title.
Yep.
So, all right. And then the next big segment that came up was CM Punk and Kevin Owens getting a war of words. I like the segment. I like the references. I think a lot of the references fell flat for a lot of the crowd based on their reaction. Like, I don't think they get, WWE is definitely trying to incorporate the long-term history between these two into this view. I just don't think the crowd gets that. But overall, it was a great segment. Of course, CM Punk being the guy that he is, looked like the good guy. I think I agree with the commentator that next week, Corey Graves, that next week in Toronto, I doubt it will be as friendly to CM Punk as it is to Kevin Owens, with him being a Canadian boy. But both gave some good closing one-liners. And both, says preparing for their undisputed, the two delivered a highly electric, highly praised face-to-face promo. Punk threw a jab at asking Owens to name the friends who hate him. Owens brilliantly countered by referencing the three, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, without breaking the script, adding that all his own friends hate Punk. So yeah, I didn't catch that reference as a reference to Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. I forgot that Kevin Owens is friends with them. Those are the top guys, the VPs, the EVPs in AEW, who definitely have beef with Punk after working on it. I'm surprised that they didn't touch on that, but overall they kept it strictly WWE. Yeah, we had some fun. And then the show closed before we cover the title changes. The show closed with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Ooh, buddy.
Yeah.
Backstage, Cody requested a formal match with Randy Orton, which he was granted by Nick Aldis. Orton blindsided Rhodes. And then there was a whole segment where Nick Aldis told him, sure, I believe at Sunday night's main event, we're going to get Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. And he turned around to Sami Zayn, bitching and whining and doing what Sami does as the last great good guy left in the company. And Cody Rhodes challenged him to a match. Nick Aldis made it official. But before the match could get started, Randy Orton came out and beat the snot. We thought we were going to have a replay of the WrestleMania season run when Randy put Cody's head in between the chairs or between the steps and then slammed the chair on top of it. But instead, we almost got Cody Rhodes doing that to Randy Orton. But the WWE officials stopped him before he could. And yeah, it was a worthy beat down to watch. It was definitely fun. The last thing we saw as SmackDown went off the air was Cody Rhodes jumping back onto the announcing table to attack Randy Orton more. So it's looking like we're going to get two dudes that are just beating the snot out of each other. And Sunday night's main event in about 2 weeks, September 6th. All right, so here we go. Matches. We talked about the Gunther Cardona match. Baron Corbin retains his United States title versus Carmelo Hayes before being attacked by the former U.S. champ Trick Williams and Little Yachty. So that looks to be setting up a rematch there. And in a triple threat match, Damian Priest and Truth, the tag team champs, defended against the AAA tag team champs, the War Raiders and the MFTs, now known as the Sons of Haku. And the Sons of Haku are now your new WWE tag team champions, as they proceeded to win the triple threat match. And with Haku in their corner, they hit the Brothers Keeper on R-Truth. Yeah, it was an amazing match. Surprising winner. I figured that the War Raiders were lined up to win title, but I guess not. The MFTs, Sons of Haku at their side. Any thoughts on that, sir? I know you're a War Raiders fan.
I'm a War Raiders fan. I want my boys to win, but you also got to give Sons of Haku something to do and something to keep them focused now that Solo's left them behind. So
they left Solo behind.
Well, yeah, they left Solo behind. Does it really matter who broke up with who?
But yeah, and then again, with the newest with the other women's championship that was defended, we have a new women's United States champion with JC Jane. So now the entire T of Fatal Influence is draped in gold, as the other two have the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, and now JC Jane has the Women's United States Championship. I am glad that they did this with the U.S. title and not the world title, and not with the WWE Women's title. So I don't think that Fatal Influence is ready for that level of spotlight being on them yet. But I'm glad that we have them as the new faction that's Drake and Gold in the WWE. Congratulations to JC.
Yep.
Any thoughts on this match and the results?
I kind of figured when Tiffy was getting beat down that this was going to be the result. So I would not be surprised if Aldis calls for a rematch for next week.
Okay. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
Got till Friday to find out, right? All right, so that's going to close us out on the wrestling talk for this week. For those of you who don't know, why you keep saying, like, you're probably saying to yourself, like, Haku, how what? If you're a little bit younger, Haku is basically one of the toughest men in all of wrestling history. And I don't mean that as in, like, in the ring toughest men. I'm talking about if you ask any of the old school guys, who's the toughest motherfucker you would never want to quit, Haku is that dude. Haku is that dude, just period. And shout out to the lovely radio show.
Hey, lovely.
Appreciate you. But yeah, so that's who Haku is. So, all right, we're going to head into the final segment of the show, or second to last segment of the show, and Tech Tinker's favorite segment. All right, so we are going to tap in with a new game that was officially announced this week, and I'm going to let Dave take it over real quick just because I got to use the restroom.
It's all good. So, again, coming out of the fantastic D23 Expo this year, we have a new game called Star Wars Masters of the Force. It will be focusing primarily on Ryloth, the homeworld of the Twi'leks. So it's going to be a lot of hard canon lore that's going to be added to the Star Wars universe. Yeah, that's not the only Star Wars news that came out. Update on Star Wars Starfighter, James Mangold's movie. Let's see, and Star Wars Jedi 3 is rumored to be in the works, and also Star Wars Zero Company, for those of you who want to mix Star Wars with XCOM and see what the result is. So yeah.
Sounds awesome, man. Sounds awesome.
Yep.
So what systems are Masters of the Force coming out?
It's just oh, sorry, hold on a second. Masters of the Force is the update for Star Wars The Old Republic, which I am playing. And it's going to focus on Ryloth in the game. Just as you kind of see how I'm currently stumbling through Nar Shaddaa right now in the gameplay. I'm going to be going to Tatooine because everything in Star Wars has to link back to Tatooine eventually. But also I'm going to be going to planets like Alderaan, which we don't get to see in any of the other Star Wars media. But this is going to be the next update. Is Masters of the Force, and the big bad Darth Malgus, the Darth Vader level big bad in the Old Republic. His legacy has now reached Force-sensitive beings across the galaxy, spreading unrest and leaving both the Republic and the Sith Empire to deal with the fallout. The story will eventually bring players to Ryloth, and the new planet will feature dangerous, strange, hostile factions, the Hutt Cartel, and new encounters scattered throughout the landscape. So it's a entirely new planet being added into the game, which doesn't happen very often for, especially a legacy MMO that's on free to play like this.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So Broadsword Entertainment, which is currently maintaining the Old Republic, they put development folks in to basically create a whole new planet to go and explore, a whole new series of missions. So yay, can't wait to see how that works out in the game. Also, I noticed that working with my Jedi last night, the sounds for the lightsabers have changed.
Okay.
Well, the original Old Republic lightsabers, they're the traditional that you get from the movies. But these new lightsaber sounds, it's hard to explain. You just got to watch the videos. They have a more mechanical buzz sound about them.
Okay.
So, yeah. But
be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that next update.
Yep.
All right. So let's go on to Amazon. Their game studios exit the MMO genre for good after several years of operating Lost Ark, Throne, and Liberty. What is going on here, sir?
Okay. Well, Amazon, I believe that they are closing down their entire game studio. So that's what I saw. The article that got linked says that they're exiting just the MMO genre. And their two main MMO games were Lost Ark and Throne and Liberty, which most of you are probably going, what? Which I would not blame you. So much air is taken up by World of Warcraft still, and everyone's trying to dethrone World of Warcraft as the new MMO to play, and that's like an independent comic creator going in and saying that they're going to dethrone Marvel with their first products. You're just not going to be able to spend and have the legacy impact that Blizzard and World of Warcraft have had on the video game industry, much less the MMO genre.
Right.
So Amazon finally got to the point where it's like, nope, we're not going to keep going with the sunk cost fallacy. Bye-bye. But the good news is that indie game developer and the original Lost Ark developer Smilegate is going to take control of the Western servers for Lost Ark from 2027 onwards. Okay, so so no word about the Asia Pacific servers, but the North American and European servers will be legacied to Smilegate, and they will be continuing that.
Nice.
Which kind of ties in with the very strong play forever movement that's going on within the European gaming community, where, okay, we paid for this game. we should have the option of being able to play it, whether it's a single player game, whether it's a multiplayer game, whether it's whatever. And we will pay reasonable costs to maintain servers to continue playing if it's an online game.
Right.
So this is a thing that we've talked about on and off for the past year or so, where, you know, why do you need to have a single player game, an online, persistent online connection, just to verify as DRM? Okay, so that once the company decides, nope, we're not going to support that server anymore, we're not going to support that game anymore, you can't play the game anymore because they've closed down all the servers, so you can't verify. The game's not getting the verified code online, so something's got to change. And this is also tying into an announcement from Nintendo that the Pokemon Bank servers will be closing for good in February 2027. And I kind of had a sense of that, in that I believe it was last year they stopped making Pokemon Bank available on 3DS systems, not to mention the greater Nintendo store on 3DS systems has been shut down. But now, even if you have the Pokemon Bank software, the servers are getting shut down, which throws a wrinkle in my Pokemon playthroughs. But again, I get it. I wouldn't mind paying a nominal fee to support those servers.
Right.
You know,
to be able to keep that stuff there.
To keep that stuff there, just simply so that I can go through and directly import every Pokemon from that I can play on my 3DS system. Okay, from the original Red Green all the way up through Sun and Moon, all the Pokemon, all the legendaries, all the mythicals.
Everything available to you.
Everything could be, it could be transported up to Pokemon Bank, and then Pokemon Bank to Pokemon Home. Now, the fact that Nintendo and Game Freak do include legacy Pokemon in new releases, like apparently with the previous release, Scarlet Violet, there are updates that you can get all the old legendary Pokemon. I don't know about the mythical, but you can get every legendary Pokemon featured so far in those games in special downloads. Content.
So basically, they still have a way for you to get a lot of.
They still have a way, but it's kind of different than saying, I got this Zapdos in the initial Kanto region.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's
special.
Right. Yeah. So it's kind of mixed feelings about it. It's I understand, but Pokemon Bank used to be a $20 a year service charge.
Yeah, a year? That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. And that's when it first came out. I'm like, sure, I'll do that. Yeah. And then that was even before. That was while the 3DS was still the prime game system for Nintendo. So I was totally cool with all that.
They can do it now, and
I'd still be up for supporting legacy servers for $20 a year. Sure, I'd pay that.
Yeah. You get enough people to do it, and then it pays for itself, basically.
Right.
But all right, so the final, well, not the final, the second to last subject that we'll have off of this is an article you brought to us about the Wolverine game and it being fully playable on disc when it releases on Insomniac. Clarifies perhaps one of the last few PlayStation games that will.
Yeah, it will be one of the last PlayStation discs that, well, one, it's going to be not only one of the last PlayStation games to be issued on disc, it's going to be fully playable out of the box on the disc. You know how you buy it disc and you insert it in, and then you got to establish the network connection so they can download all the patches that have happened on day one even? Nope. They're going back to the way video games used to be when you had cartridges that you had to blow through, where if it ships and there's problems with it, you're stuck with those problems. Okay, so yeah, I for one applaud Insomniac for this, simply because it means more thorough quality assurance being done. Okay,
and it shows that somebody out there is listening to games, and they want gamers.
Yeah, we're not talking Bethesda, where every single Bethesda release initially in the online age, which I would probably say Morrowind onwards, has had day one bugs that need to be worked out that could have been eliminated just by having it in the oven for a little bit longer and having a little bit more quality testing done.
Rush to market.
Right. Yep.
I call it the 360 problem. Like 360 wouldn't have experienced things like the Red Ring of Death, etc., and they wouldn't have had to replace so many things if they didn't rush it to market to try to beat PlayStation.
I still have my Halo Limited Edition 360. Never had a Red Ring of Death because I knew that was a possibility. So one of the first things that I bought and plugged in before I set up my 360 was a cooling pad.
Well, Red Ring of Death,
I knew that there were heat issues for the 360.
Well, it just wasn't just heat issues. It was a whole programming issue, to the point where, like, if you got the Red Rings of Death, you had to send in your Xbox and they would send you a new one, or a refurbished one, not a new one.
Right.
They would send you a refurbished one to replace it. I know, because I actually had to do that. Mine red ringed on me after 2.5 years, and actually, quick side story, got to tell the lady, one of the customer service people at Xbox, as I go, because they were trying to make me pay $150 for a new Xbox. So I was like, nah, y'all replace this shit. And they're like, but it wasn't within, like, I was like, it was within 3 years. I purchased it within 3 years, and you guys said it's 3-year warranty. So y'all need to replace this. And she's like, well, I don't know. I was like, wait a minute. You're not going to sit here and tell me that not only did you get over $1,000 from me for your inferior product. She said, so inferior product. I said, no. Let's be real here. I have a friend who bought a PS3 at the exact same time that I bought my 360. He has not had a single problem with his PS3, and he flipped it over and pulled out the hard drive and put in a bigger hard drive because that's what he wanted to do. And his shit still is running perfectly fine. So let's establish in this conversation right now that yes, you charged me for an inferior product, period. Yeah. Which is fine. I'm still an Xbox fan. I still want my 360, but it's an inferior product. And she was just like, well, okay. So anyway, I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. You're not gonna argue. But yeah. So Red Ring of Death, Xbox. Just stop rushing shit to market, especially.
Exactly.
Like, let it take however it takes to make sure we get the best version possible when it comes out.
Todd Howard, add another 6 months development time to everything that you do. Okay? Yep. It's not that difficult. Just add another 6 months development time on the front end.
Yep.
So you have that extra time on the back end to ensure you're not going to have problems. Okay?
Catch the glitches, have it be a
Yep.
while in the tester phase. But all right.
Yep.
Final thing to talk about here for games before we wrap this up and jump into where can we find you next is major game releases and DLCs from this week. First up is, let's see. First of all, stunning move Gears of War and Helldivers 2 are breaking exclusive boundaries to launch simultaneously on both Xbox and PlayStation. Let's see. For this week, Madden dropped. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
Elden Scrolls. Oh no!
Elder
Oh,
Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion came back out.
Yeah, on the Nintendo Switch 2 on August 11th.
Oh, okay.
Neverness
Yeah.
to Everest, detailed a version 1.3 update for Rise from the Moonlight Fog, locked in for an August 19th release with new S-Class characters. And Xbox rolled out its official August 12th system update, adding 6 new features and fresh Xbox Game Pass perks. So at least I know now. System update took place on Augest 12th. I wonder if mine automatically updated or not. I never had to wait for an update. But anyway, so So any thoughts on those game releases?
Yeah, it's nothing that's exciting me very much. But you know, I'm not as hardcore as some folks. I'm just passionate about the games that I like. So, and I'm trying to limit myself in that I've got the ADHD curse of, hey, this is a great game. Ooh, shiny. Hey, this is a great game. Ooh, shiny. This is a great game. Ooh, shiny. And never getting. This is why I can't finish Bethesda games. I keep playing, and something new comes up, and it's like, ah.
You want to know why they got me looped in the sports game loop?
Mm-hmm.
Is they made each game take you so long to play that you never can even finish an entire unless you don't work and you're just playing every day and you can put in 5-10 games a day. You're not going to finish an entire. If you're like me and you can only play a couple of times a week, etc., you're not going to finish the entire season. One season in you know what I'm saying in a single year for the games like NBA, etc., and MLB. But I do it with. I get a couple of seasons in with the football game. That's because those seasons are only 16 and 18 games, 19 games. You can finish them. So, but yeah, I feel it. I have similar thing when it comes to the Madden drop has me interested. I'm thinking about using. I'm signed up for the EA Play, so I'm thinking about playing the 10-hour demo of Madden, just the 27, just to see what it's about. Might find a game like that. But other than that, that's it for the gaming section of our show. We are now going to jump over to the final segment of the show, which is Where Can We Find You Next, where we talk about where you can find us this weekend and throughout this week right here on Twitch and YouTube, as well as our Live 365 station. I'll go first this week since I know you go first, sir. And you can find me in about 2 hours right here on Twitch and YouTube for The Classroom, featuring with Miss O'Malley. And we're going to be talking about the NBA schedule release, NFL preseason and off-season news, as well as the upcoming season. So be sure to tune in for that at 6. As far as video games go, I was going to get in an extra stream, but Saint's going to probably be on with an audio show a little bit later on. So I won't be on again. I won't be doing a makeup stream for NBA Wednesdays anymore. And I'll be Thursdays for this week, but I will be back on Tuesday with college football, or football Tuesdays with college football 27, and then so on and so forth for Wednesday, Thursday. Saturday. I think I'm getting close to the end of Final Fantasy 3, so y'all might want to tune in for Retro Saturdays for the next couple of weeks. I genuinely think I'm getting close to the end. You have to tune in to see. Runescryer, what's going on over there on the night shift?
All right. Well, tonight I am continuing with the Old Republic, going through the seedy underbelly of Nar Shaddaa. Specifically, I'm going to start the red light sector portion of Nar Shaddaa. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Still tracking down the Sith or the various Republic special projects that were stolen by the Sith, trying to prevent the Sith from utilizing their stolen data. And more Jedi action tonight.
For sure. And big shout out to LaDon Mason, top fan out there. Thanks, brother. Tapped in the comment section, say good show. We appreciate you.
We always appreciate you, LaDon, when you show up.
For those of you that may come back in a couple hours for the classroom, or join us next week at 2 p.m. on Sundays. On Sunday for the Cheap Talk podcast again right here with myself and Runescryer, maybe the Saint to check in and see, and then also join us throughout the week because we should have some NBT Deuces and NBT Fusions coming up, and Night Shift and Dark Lord 100 plays. That's it for us for this week. Y'all have a great day. Stay blessed, stay up, keep your head on the swivel. We'll catch you later. Peace.
Thank you.